Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to the Comic Book Talk podcast for July 11th, 2019. I'm Chris Adams, Tekken Master, joined by.
Buff Larkin. Oh, Tekken. Life is changing left, right, and center. Isn't it a great time to be alive?
Um, I guess so.
You've been cranking weights, bumping weights, lifting irons, cranking it up. You're going to be built like a brick house in no time at all.
We'll
You
see.
should be excited.
We'll see. We'll see. I took before pictures, so we'll see how the afters come
Very
out
nice.
at the
Oh,
end of the
great.
month.
Hopefully above the waist.
Oh, it was weird too because I weighed myself and I was like 4 pounds heavier than usual. I was like, man, I must be like gaining weight from just sitting around. Good thing I'm doing this.
No, it's muscle, baby. It's like your body's saying, "Whoa, look at me! I can build up muscle." That's good. So, what have you noticed so far in your workout regime? What is popped out?
Popped out.
Shoulders, chest. What?
I haven't really been
Tries.
checking to see. I just felt sore that first day, and I was like, "Ow, that hurt." And then I was like, "Oh man!" And then after the first few days, but then it was funny because I didn't look on the thing where it says every other day, so I was doing it every day the first 2 days or
Oh
3 days,
no.
and I was like,
Oh,
"Oh, I'm
there.
supposed to rest the first every other day."
Yeah. You know.
Whoops.
Oops. There
No
you
wonder I'm
go.
in such pain.
Yeah. There you go. Well, thank God you have such strong forearms. I'm assuming, so you're good that way. At least you're right one. Anyways, so we're here to talk about. That's not an exercise either, Tekken. Just to let you know. Anyways, we are here to talk about the great comics that are coming up and what we've been reading lately. Let me just tell you one iota, and it won an award for best comic series, and I can't argue because it damn well is. And what book out there would surprise you in Marvel to be called the best book of the year?
Surprise me?
Yeah, it would blow your mind.
Um, any anything that's a weird whimsy thing like Squirrel Girl or something like that.
Or Devil Dinosaur or something to
Yeah,
that
something like
extent.
that.
Yes. The Immortal Hulk.
Oh, I guess also that too.
Hot
Anything
damn
from
it.
Hulk.
That book is fantastic because they just turned the whole thing on its head to a certain bit. Because you know why? Because
Um,
they've told the story of how Bruce died when the bomb went off, and now it's kind of like he's alive, but he's at the Hulk, and it's nice. It's fantastic. You should check it out. It's a fantastic book.
oh, also I did read that Moon Knight thing that you showed me last time.
Thank you. And how'd you enjoy that?
I thought it was pretty good.
See, I don't lead you down the wrong path. You check out Warren Ellis's Moon Knight, and that is some good, darn good stuff for sure. I always love that. Warren Ellis always brings his A game to anything that he does. It's fantastic. And so you are excited about the X-Men that are coming up fairly soon.
Oh yeah,
Because,
Jonathan Hickman.
yes, exactly. Now, what can he do to save this franchise where many big names have come in, tried it, and failed?
Hmm. Well, it's interesting because since it's Hickman, it's it seems like there's going to be a cosmic angle because that's what he does. So it's I
Which
guess
they can do because there is history behind them being cosmic, yes.
so it's I guess just playing on that because X-Men on Earth is kind of everybody knows the whole deal of oh, hated and feared, blah blah blah. I mean they kind of changed that status quo recently, which I kind of didn't like, but whatever. Um, as far as being walking WMDs or whatever, so that's the whole
Hmm.
thing. Um, so just I guess seeing the celestial juices of the
You gotta make the sound, Tech, and you can't say that and not make the sounds, all right?
of what's going on with the cosmic realm and how it affects the X-Men, and maybe there's mutants in space or something or whatever, or Planet X. That's always a fun time. The whole if mutants had their own planet, how would that be, and yada yada yada. So maybe there's an exodus and they go somewhere else, or maybe not. Who knows?
Yep. and I agree with you because they have to do something different, something because the whole fighting each other kind of thing, or the everybody fears mutants. It's unfortunately been done, and we're at a stage in our lives where you can look at it two ways. You can look at it. We can still push today. Everybody hates somebody who is not like them. You absolutely can in today's political environment, or 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 you can go a different way, which is okay. We're above all that. Here's what we do. It's the two things, right? And this is what's going to interest me about Mr. Hickman's run because trust me, I'm all in. Like on his Fantastic Four and Avengers run, fantastic run. So I know this man can write. It's just it's going to be interesting how he takes the X-Men from here because everybody else has tried, and from Bendis to Morrison, who had probably the best run, and we had Whedon jump on it for a little while, and in the modern times, but then when Fox owned the rights, it's kind of like X-Men went poof, and nothing was really done with them, right? But now that they're back in the Marvel fold, now they have to do something with them to get them ready for movies. By the way, speaking of movies, did you watch the Dark Phoenix movie?
Not yet.
And you never will. If you haven't seen it by now, you probably never will. I know you enough, Tekken.
Well, it's like the thing was like I wanted to see it, but I was like, and then I was looking on Twitter reaction from people. I was like, I don't know if I want to see this. Everybody's trashing this movie. So I was like, but then Tropical Night Fever, like it wasn't that bad. So I think next week, because I do want to get around to it eventually. It's like I want to see that, then I want to see Endgame again, and then I want to see Far From Home, like in that order, just to like if Dark Phoenix is like bad enough that like the other two will just like wash the bad taste out of my mouth, and I won't
Clean your
remember.
palate.
Yeah.
Oh, very interesting. Yes. Okay. So, yes, because I saw Spider-Man Far From Home, and it was yet another home run for this kid. Tom Holland is Spider-Man. Is that simple? He has erased the other ones as the guy, and it's so great.
So
It's just
it's
so
kind of
great.
like the like Robert Downey Jr., Hugh Jackman, where like he is like that character.
Yes, the definitive. Yes, I would say so because this guy, it's fantastic. Just, you never in a movie in the last little while have I been so ticked off at a bad guy than I am after this movie. And it's like, God damn it, why did you do that? And it's just like, oh, I can't wait. I got to see the next movie now. We live in a world of Netflix, and you go, oh, the next episode, boop, like that. No, I can't. I gotta wait 2 years or then some. So it's very good, but you also gotta stay around for the credits. Well, one is where you get ticked off, and the other one is the first start of what the next phase is leading you to. And since Tekken, you're a big fan of the cosmic and the celestial juices, this is what we're getting right now. So I think you should be
Ooh,
very excited. We'll see what
ooh,
happens, right?
excellent.
I think
I'm
I
really
think
glad you say that because like I am just like over the moon for Guardians 3 and like Thor and the Guardians. Just like I can't stop thinking about that. Like once a week I'll just be like, man, I can't wait, can't wait.
I'm just saying the next movie what is well, Doctor Strange I think is coming out. Isn't it this November
Uh,
or is it a year from now?
I don't know. I
And
honestly
then
don't know what it is.
and
I
then
think
Guardians and
I
all
know
that.
that like I thought the next one that was coming out was Shang-Chi.
Of possibly.
I thought that was
Possibly.
like the next
I
one
have
up.
not heard I have not seen any other stills or anything else. So it's like, okay, that's all right. We'll see what happens. Anyways, but I'm just saying, I think this one's going to be a more the next big Avengers thing is going to be have a nice cosmic feel. That's for sure. Even more so than Thanos. I think.
Well,
I think.
I'm glad I caught it because I was like, well, there's no other thing they could do besides Cosmic Man. That's like where all the big threats are. So
Aw, aw, that's right. Anyways, so yes. So back to Hickman. Yeah, it comes down to he has to come up with something original. Now, Grant Morrison came up with something very original. Bendis came and brought back the original X-Men, which was fresh for a little bit, and then everybody wanted them to go home, and then they never did. And then it was like, oh, okay, you outstayed your welcome, kids. Get out of here. And it was like, okay.
Did they ever
So,
finish that All New X-Men?
oh, who knows?
I'll have to look
Like I
that up.
said, they outstayed their welcome, so I left before the party
They
was over.
did,
So
and then Battle of the Atom was like such a letdown. I was just, man, that bummed me out.
exactly.
I was so hyped for that, and it was really
So
good.
so that oh, Jesus, I just killed Spider-Man. There you go. Boom. Sorry, Spidey. Anyways, don't you know how much good spiders do? Why are you killing one? Never mind. Anyways, besides that, we also have to talk about the end of The Walking Dead.
Oh man, yeah. Issue.
And he just, and they never told you till pretty much the day before, and all of a sudden, then all the spoiler sites saying, "Oh, the final issue of Walking Dead," all of a sudden happens. So, I read it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It wasn't. It was them letting us know how the world turned after one of the main characters' demise. I don't know how much you know,
I don't know
Tekken.
anything. I haven't read any of the comics. I've only like seen or 2 episodes of this show. I played all the Telltale games though, but that's just in the
Oh,
same
very,
universe.
but yeah.
It doesn't
Oh,
have
so
anything to do with the
I
comics.
always want to know. So, okay, so you played the last season of the Telltale game, right?
Hmm.
And how'd you enjoy it?
I thought it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a good wrap up.
And did Clementine bite it?
I'm not gonna say
Why?
because it's a spoiler. I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, you have to tell me after we're done then, because I want that just saves me having to play this stupid thing. So I played the first season. That's good enough. I had to shoot that poor guy in the room there before everything else, and it was just, or I didn't have to, but he would turn into a zombie, and I thought I'd be merciful and just shoot the
Wow,
guy.
I didn't shoot him because like that is like one of my rules is you don't shoot someone until after they turn.
Okay, well, I did. Anyways, and that went against my rule of you shoot everybody and let God sort them out. That's how.
What?
There you go.
What type of
You
rules is
get
that?
it's you before them, Tekken. It's you before them. All right. If you don't get them, they're gonna get you. So you take care of them early. That's how. Don't let that bite you in the ass. Literally, when it comes to zombies, don't let them bite you in the ass. So there you go. Kill everybody. That's right. So, well, it was nice. So the issue before dealt with the major death, and then the issue after dealt with the ramifications and how things progressed into the future. And it was nice. I think some people maybe would consider it be boring, but at the same time,
Yeah, I saw on 'cause I didn't actually like read anything, but then like
no.
on
Why
one of the
would you?
articles like it had like a synopsis and it said something about like a time jump. So does it like go
Yep,
like really far forward or something?
yep. Oh yeah,
That's what it said. It was like a
it
like super time jump.
exactly. So because and I think when the major character died, you say, well, how can the book go on without this character, right? And it's like, okay, and then you think, okay, well then they have to deal with the aftermath, and then you have to deal with what happens with the and could it go on? So they just said, okay, well it's not. We'll just show how the world went on without this major character, and then and how things got better or things got worse, depending. I'm not going to spoil that for you, but at the same time, I think it was a very good read and a great way to end the series. Absolutely.
See,
Absolutely.
it's interesting because like the last issue was like 193, but if it was a Marvel book, they would have made it into 200.
Well, they mentioned that in the post, and the guys, we do the trade paperbacks, right? So, that,
Gonna mess up the numbering.
yeah, or the collections, right? So you can collect now the entire Walking Dead series into 4 books, 4 of those giant compendiums, right?
Hmm.
And so that's why they decided to end it there, because then they don't have to do 4 compendiums and then an extra graphic novel. Oh, let's go to 200. No, 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 let's end it here and just make it fair for everybody. Boom, 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 boom. Four of them, send them out, and everybody can read it all in one sitting if they really wanted to. So that's all right. I walked away from The Walking Dead
After Glenn got killed, right?
a little bit after that. A little bit after that. And then I came back in the 170s.
In the 170s, almost at the end.
Hey, almost. Almost. But yeah, so the big chunk there, it's like, and it's like, okay. See, it depends. If you're in the boat that Nagant should have died, then okay, then you get ticked off and you walk away. I'd read the books, and as a comic book collector, you don't want to get into that phase where you're just buying the books to keep the streak going. It's not about keeping a streak. It's about enjoying what the hell you're reading, right? So it's like, oh, I pick up a book and it's like, oh, it's the same old thing, and it's like, oh, nothing really happened in this issue. They just kind of moved along in a slow point. So it's like, okay, well, save your money and wait till things get back up and good again. So that's what happens. So
Also, before we move on, like I just want to mention East of West because I read that first volume. It's amazing. Like Hickman is the man.
yes,
Like no matter what, because like I was reading that and I was like, man, this is really good, and like I couldn't put it down, and I got through like the whole first volume. And I was like, wow. That was really good, and I was like, I gotta get into this. And, like, I ended up like buying like a bunch of issues for it, like and like not reading them, and just like
well,
like, and like I
see,
like still have not picked that saga back up, and like it was like it's still my favorite. Like still got to go back to it, but man, that's a good point. It's like if something's like not going anywhere, it's like very easy to just like not keep reading it. So that's why I dropped
well,
X Men that one time.
as a man who has his very first dollar he ever made, Tekken, that's what you are. You know the value of stretching a penny and a dollar to make sure everything works, right? So, and as you live in your mansion and your Maserati, then you know it's well worth it. It's well worth it to save your money if things aren't giving you the treats. But I will say this: when you get a chance, go read the Immortal Hulk. It's fantastic. And I'm going to spoil something for you, all right? And you won't know until you read it. I think Bruce's father is the leader because he's the only guy they haven't brought back in this whole all these Hulks are coming back. There's one guy with gamma radiation who has not showed up yet, and that is the leader. And the most prevalent voice in Banner's head right now in this whole thing is his father. And he's looking a little bit like the leader all of a sudden in the way things going. So I think the leader's playing a masterful game against the Hulk. His mind against the Hulk's brute strength. So the leader, I do believe, is masquerading as a Bruce Banner's father. That's my guess.
Oh, and then also, there's like a bunch of adaptations of like comic properties into like streaming services and shows recently. So like, is there like since like last time I asked you about like the obscure Marvel characters that you want to see in the MCU, like what's like one comic property you'd like to see adapted into like a streaming property
Hot
or streaming
crap.
show?
This is for DC and
Cause I saw like the trailer for The Boys. I was like, what? They're adapting that? Because I heard that was like really
yes.
violent and like stuff.
Yep.
But then like the trailer
Yep.
doesn't look that way, so I was like, hmm.
Wow. You can't have exploding heads on in your trailers. That's for sure. But that is a very good question. And this is for both DC or anything
Yeah, just
else?
anything. Image, Marvel, DC, Dark Horse,
Ah,
whatever.
shit. That's a very good question because I've lived a long time, Tekken. And there was once a property for Malibu Comics, which you don't even remember, but they had Prime, they had Nightman, which was my dude. I love that series. And so
Is that the same Nightman that had a TV show?
yes.
Oh
And
wow.
so you can either get now you can wish all you want and hope for, or you get Nightman in the 90s, which is what I had to sit through. The man could hear the evil thoughts of other people. That's how awesome Nightman was. And then he would stop, like he'd be playing his saxophone in front of people. All of a sudden, he'd hear, "I'm gonna kill that woman," and he's like, "Ooh, ooh." What? And then he'd go and he'd spend the rest of the issue trying to find the guy who's going to kill his woman. So it's like, okay, there you go. Um, but then you gotta be careful what you wish for. I've been a big fan of Hawk and Dove for well over, oh my God, 30 some odd
Oh, I
years.
guess DC does have its own things. They have
Yes.
the
Now,
Teen Titans
if
and stuff.
people have listened this far into the show, they'll be screaming at me saying there is a Hawk and Dove on the street in the Titans show. Yes, but now we need to make him a show. Or Booster and Beetle, or Justice League America, the Giffen and DeMatteis version of the JLA, the comedy version. It'd be nice, a nice little office kind of conjuncture. It would suck, but it'd be nice to see. That's for sure. But well, I guess they did that on NBC. Wasn't there one called Superpowers, and it had the girl off of High School Musical on there?
Uh, you mean Heroes?
No, there was one called
Superpowers?
Superpowers, something
That
like
sounds
that.
very
Yeah.
generic as a title, so I do not
Yes,
know.
and that's exactly what the show was. Very generic. So it didn't last very long, but it this big corporation that they had superheroes and it was kind of like The Office. So I'm going to take that back because now we find out that they can't do that. But I would like to see. That's a very good question. Booster and Beetle, I think, would be nice as a buddy comedy show as they're busting criminals, and then just the bad guys they'd be facing be like the worst bad guys ever, like the Clock King or anything like that. I think that would be good. I'd throw my money into that. But then you get Swamp Thing, and they made all these episodes. They built this giant swamp like in this warehouse, the giant swamp like setting, so they can film, and then they canceled it. And so they had to take it all back apart again. Way to go, DC. You're swinging for the fences.
Oh, that was another thing that happened. Like, a lot of people said Swamp Thing was, like, really good, but then it got canceled.
Yep. Yep, because nobody's buying the streaming service. Because why would you? You have to save money to buy the Disney streaming service that's coming out in November. What's going to happen there, Tekken? Exactly. Your silence... we all know what. It's the celestial juices that are flowing for Disney when the streaming service comes out. They'll be sucking in all that money coming in through everybody's pockets. That's for sure.
So you wouldn't want, like, a Jonah Hex series? You'd like rather have it be a movie?
Oh, hot shit! If they did that, like, okay, all right.
Because, like, what if it was as good as Daredevil? Because Daredevil's
I-
amazing.
You bastard! You bastard! Yes, Jonah
I was
Hex.
so
was-
like,
I
man, I,
would
don't know
love
if they're
to
gonna do
see it.
Daredevil right, and like that was just so good, especially Kingpin, like his performance, stole the show.
Yes, I agree. Jonah Hex would be good, but God darn it, the damn movie killed him. And I love that movie. It was so bad it was good for me. It was Jonah Hex. I went to that theater all by myself to watch that movie, and there's like 6 other people in there to watch it. And it was an hour and 12 minutes. And it was just, I wish it was better. I wish it was. They could have been so much better. And then they give him a superpower that he can bring back the dead and talk to him for like 2 seconds. Who killed you? Oh, the guy standing right beside you. Gotcha. Boom. Like, it's like that kind of stuff. It's just, there should have been no powers. You should have, the best, and the books were fantastic. And the latest one was Jonah Hex teaming up with, I keep saying Foghorn Leghorn. And Yosemite Sam. They teamed up. The DC teamed up with the Warner Brothers characters, and so there was a Jonah Hex and Yosemite Sam with Foghorn Leghorn. Now you're laughing because you're thinking about it as the cartoon. You gotta think of, they take the cartoon and they turn it into like real life. They bring it into Jonah's world, right? So Yosemite Sam's like 5 feet tall and he's got his big long mustache, and yeah, Foghorn Leghorn's just this freak who looks like a chicken. I say, boy, boy, say, boy. Look at me when I'm talking to you, boy. Come on. Anyways, I would love to see a Western with Jonah Hex, but I doubt that would ever happen. If they got to be appealing, I would say do a Booster and Beetle. It's a comedy show, and I think that get more people. You got to do something different on a streaming service. You got to have your action adventure. You got to have a little bit of romance. You got to have a comedy. That would be your comedy.
For me, I want, because I don't think it's going to happen, because like I kind of was like hoping before the whole like Fox acquisition thing, like eventually we'd get there of like some R-rated Uncanny X-Force action, but like since it's probably not going to happen now. Cause,
Oh,
I mean,
I can see X Force. I can see X Force happening.
I mean,
Damn
Deadpool
right.
didn't make as much money the second movie, so it's like maybe they're not as like inclined to like I just want to see Uncanny X-Force, man. I just want to see like mutants hunting people, killing them, mutants hunting killer mutants, killing them, world-ending threats, killing them. Just like I just want to see it, man. Just want to see some R-rated mutant action. Hot.
Exactly. And on your streaming service after midnight, it's perfect for Celestial Juices.
Jesus.
Thank you. Exactly. Oh, yep, you got that right. Well, good. I hope you name this episode Celestial Juices, because that's what we've talked about more than anything else here on this damn show. Celestial Juices and strong forearms. There you go. All right. Anything else you want to talk about, Tekken?
E3.
Oh, yes. The dream of the young lad. You want to go to E3. Now, I always thought that you went to E3.
No.
I know Ruckus went to E3, but I thought you went like the year after.
No.
Really?
No.
Okay. And so, what is at E3 now that would compel you to go? Because E3
Yeah, that's
now.
when you say that now, because like, well, what's at E3 now? It's like, well, Nintendo, but that's like it, and other third parties, and that's like it. So, the
Now
minds of
why?
people,
Now
'cause they
why?
opened it to the public.
Exactly. Bunch of bums. But the thing is, okay, so you go to E3. Do you think they're just now? Is Sony going to come back next year to E3?
I think so. Like, I don't see how they couldn't if they're launching a new console. Like,
Yeah.
if they don't, that's unprecedented and
And
insane.
Microsoft.
I mean, if they don't though, that just like does show that it is dead and like over. So we'll see. But I don't think they won't go.
What's more
There's no way.
important, E3 or the Tokyo Game Show?
E3.
Is that because you're
TGS
American?
no, because TGS is like only about like that which wow, what's territory? There we go. It's only about like Japan and like like those properties.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not
Okay.
as I mean, even though there are like still like popular franchises and series that are like from there, the like focus isn't as broad as it is when E3 was when it's just like everybody, all the big guns. Because even at E3, like I would say Japan stole the show because like Square Enix had a good showing, Nintendo was a good showing, Capcom, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So as
Okay.
opposed to like all the Western releases that have been like subpar, like Fallout 76 and Anthem, and
What? What's wrong with Anthem?
it's not a good game apparently, or just gets very grindy at the end and not very rewarding. And apparently, not enough people are playing it to have matchmaking work now. So yeah.
So Dynasty 3, Destiny 3, is that what it's called?
What?
Anthem, aka Destiny 3, because there's a whole bunch of
It's
grinding
not
at
the
the end.
same though. It's a whole thing. It's supposed to be like a loot game, but there's not enough loot. And it's whatever. It's like a whole thing as far as like this console generation of like games being more grindy and like not very um rewarding, or just
Rewarding.
like the experience is just like that. It's just like an empty grind to nowhere, and like that's the game. It's like, oh, you might get something cool, but you probably won't. So do it 5,000 times and hope you do, and that's the game.
This might be the lucky time, and if not, maybe the next time will be the lucky time.
Yeah. So luckily, Borderlands 3 comes out this year to like show everything how to do it right, because that's like one of the few games that nailed it.
Yeah. Because if you're going to, as you've often said in the past, Tekken, if you're going to be grinding, you better get something good out of it in the end. Actual quote from Tekken. If you're gonna be grinding,
I don't think I ever said that.
yes, you did. Anyways, I heard you. Anyways, so what would compel you to go to E3 this year,
Um,
or is it over?
well, it already happened this year, so
Yeah,
it's
for you.
next year. But next
So
year is next year we know we're getting next gen consoles, so it'd be definitely worth it for that, just to like play all the next gen stuff before it's
now
out.
you now you're gonna be able to get time off of work in Alberta
I
to
might still
drive
not be working, so
to drive down to.
that won't be an issue.
Wow, wow. You're converting that money, aren't you? You took that 30%. You went, wow. I don't need to. Woo! I can live off a craft dinner, absolutely, for a year. So would you drive or fly to California?
It's like I prefer to drive, but it seems like flying would be like the only way to like do it to where you would not have to worry about being there on time or whatever, or being later, all that stuff, or like I don't know, or the
Any problems with your
ease of it.
car?
But then it's like, I don't know.
So how
And then
long would it
like
take
yeah,
you?
then like I wouldn't want to drive in LA traffic. No thanks. Like pass 1,000 times.
It's not bad as long as you don't drive during the uh, between the times of 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. So as long as you don't drive between those times, you're laughing. I had to catch a plane. We went to California this year, and we had to take it. We were staying outside of Anaheim, and we had to drive into the Bob Hope Airport to catch a plane to San Francisco. We had to leave at like 2, 3 in the morning. Oh, there's no traffic then. It's a fun time. But after 6 o'clock, you go and you look on your Google Maps because it shows you how bad the traffic is. It goes, holy crap! What usually would take an hour to drive to, if you want to hit the beach where we were, it would take it like an extra hour. It was like, wow. And you want to stay on the map because you didn't want to go into the gang war areas either. Because I knew that was my luck. Here, we just no. We'll take this turn off, and then we'll just catch it on down the way. And that would lead me getting shot at. So I made sure we said, you know something, the extra hour is worth it. And for all you gang members out there, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure, knowing my luck, that would happen. All right,
That's
respect
funny.
respect your gang members. That's what I always say. But yeah, so I would say as long as you don't drive, and for you, you would probably, with all your money you have in your pocket, you probably would just stay at the E3. There'd probably be a hotel right next door, and so you just walk across to the hotel and find some chick, and then do what needs to be done, and then come back.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Oh, okay. Here's my question for you, because you've pushed me beyond my time here. So I'm gonna punish you here. So okay, what do you think would be the best video game outfit you would wear that would get you some action?
I, I don't even know. Hmm.
That guy from Resident Evil,
What? Which one?
Leon.
Leon?
Leon. Yeah. There you go.
I've never thought about that, so I'm not exactly sure. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe Cloud Strife because it's classic and he got a big sword.
Indeed. If if you want to see a sword, yeah, come on up and see. Exactly. Yeah. Shine it up real nice for you. Anyways, you said it, Tekken. You said it. You can't go back on that. You said it. You're the one who said it. So you
He
deal
has
with it.
the Buster Sword's a very large sword. Have you never seen
I'm
it?
sure it is, and you should be proud of it. To be honest with you, buddy, you be proud of that. That's right. That's why your forearms are so strong. Anyways, good, perfect. When we next time we talk, that'll be the first question I ask you. So it'll give you some time. All right. So what do you think dressing up as would get you the most action? Okay, we'll start with Cloud Strife. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Or Mario. Right. One of those ape escape monkeys.
Nobody knows who those are.
And well, you'd be walking around with a net, maybe one of those ape escape catchers. You know what I'm saying? And then you walk around with the net, and then you just put over a girl. So you're coming back with me. You're in my collection. And see, I would say Leon from Resident Evil. So which one of those for?
So are
Wesker. What
are you
about that other guy, the bad guy off of Resident Evil? What
are you
about
saying
him?
it's like Resident Evil 2 outfit where he's like the police uniform, or Resident Evil 4 outfit?
You go with what makes you feel good.
He's a bunch of costumes.
Well, I don't think you'd want to be dressed as a cop in Los Angeles. I think that right there would negate everything. Though you would have the handcuffs, so that would help.
Oh man.
That would just fast forward the whole proceedings. You know what I'm saying. What would be your pickup line at E3? Tell me about that.
I don't use pickup lines, so I wouldn't have one.
Hey, baby, I'm here to save you from zombies. Come up to my room. It's safe. You should say that. Look at me. I'm a Mario. It's a me.
Wow, because you mentioned this whole thing, I'm going to show you this like YouTube video series that is about geek speed dating. It's fascinating. You will definitely fall to your chair just like from like the way you're laughing now. I like already know.
Geek speed dating. Okay,
Well, it's not like geek speed dating per se. It's just like they usually are at like conventions, so it's like people that are like at a convention or something, and then like usually the people in it are like cosplaying as something. So it's like since you just mentioned this whole thing, you're just gonna get kicked out of it. I know. So
all right.
it's basically
Anyway,
like the whole thing that you just said in a video. So yeah.
all right. You wanna play that game, Gypsy? Okay, let's play this game.
What?
All right. Well, hold on a sec. I'm going to go on Fan Expo. That's around where my area is. All right, and I'm gonna show you the celebrities. They're gonna be there. I want to see if you are going to if you would want to get their autograph or not. Okay.
Okay.
My running is now done for the day. I'm not gonna do it now because I'd rather do this. So you're good. All right. All right. Would you get what would you rather have, a picture or an autograph? If you could have a picture with a celebrity, would you do it?
I'd rather have a picture.
Okay. Would you have your picture taken with Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah.
All right. Would you have your picture taken with Zachary Levi from Shazam?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Jason Momoa from
Yeah,
Aquaman.
for sure.
Yeah. Mark Paul Gossier from Saved by the Bell. Mario Lopez from Saved by the Bell.
Okay, Mary Lopez. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm more of a whatchamacallit? Was it what was his name? Slater? AC Slater than a Zach fan.
That's Mario.
Sorry.
That's Mario. Yeah. AC Slater. Don't say Screech. Don't you dare say Screech. I'll shut off this phone right now if you say Screech. Elizabeth Berkley, Saved by the Bell. Did you have your picture taken with her?
Sure, I guess.
There you go. Then we get into other people. Peter Capaldi, the Doctor.
Who?
Oh my God! All right, I'm into this go. Peter Capaldi, he was the Doctor of Doctor Who.
I'm not a big. I've never seen Doctor Who. I mean,
Well,
I've only seen it when my sister watches it, but like, I'm not a fan. 'Cause
Well,
I
your
haven't gotten into it.
your sister has now gotten a golden check mark beside her name from me. So you tell her that from me, that she has some class and some style, unlike her brother. All right, her brother who's banging chicks dressed as Cloud Strife up there and saying, "Look at my sword! I got a big sword." All right. Rainn Wilson from The Office. Dwight Schrute.
Oh, is that the white guy? Yeah, everybody likes him.
Racism.
What?
Racism. Is that the white guy?
The white guy.
Yeah, exactly. Racism. Good. Tom Welling from Smallville.
I don't like Smallville. Or I don't. Yeah, didn't watch it. Sorry, no.
All right. Then we get into some.
And also not a Superman fan. Sorry.
All right. Then we get into the Blade Runner series from the original Blade Runner, not the latest one. Sean Young, Rutger Hauer, or Edward James Olmos.
Okay, I like Blade Runner, but I don't know who any of those people are.
I'm old. Here you go. You'll know this person. Not from Blade Runner, but she's going to be at the Fan Expo. Pamela Anderson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's two things about her you remember. Anyway, that's your view. She's a very fine
Hey, I
actress.
can't help it. She was a hot commodity in the '90s. Okay.
Yeah, when you were like 6. Anyway, Peter Peter Weller from RoboCop, the original one from Peter
Yeah,
Weller.
he's in a lot of things. He's in
Okay.
what's the aliens, the newer one that was like really weird and like divisive. Um,
Prometheus?
yes, Prometheus. That.
I like that movie. Mike Coulter, Luke Cage himself
Oh yeah.
would be at least. Is he the white one? No,
What's it?
racism. And then Sean Austin and Corey Feldman and King Hui Kwan from The Goonies and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
I like the Goonies, even
There
though
you
Corey
go.
Feldman's a bit weird, but whatever.
David Harbour canceled. Star of Hellboy and Stranger Things. He canceled. Oh, that sucks. So that is your celebrity thing. So you took a couple people. That's good. Jeff Goldblum, as long as he dresses up like the collector, that would be my.
You
Okay.
mean he's not the collector? He's the Zafar
Oh,
guy.
yeah, no, the game master.
Yeah,
That's it. The game.
Grandmaster.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here's comic book creators. Do you want to get a picture taken with him? Okay. Todd McFarlane,
Yeah, Spawn.
Jim Lee.
Oh yeah, easily one of the best artists and classic X-Men run.
Yep. Greg Capullo.
Oh yeah, Batman.
All right, let's see what else we have here. Let's see. David Finch, Jason Fabak. Oh, I like that. What else we have here? Who else would you know? Jeff Lemire, absolutely.
Hmm.
Ed McGuinness, yes. Tim Sale, Charles Soule. Oh,
Oh yeah.
yes, thank
I'd
you,
be like,
Gail Soule.
thank you for your service, sir, and thank you for what you did
Yes.
on the Thunderbolts, and you brought it back. Best Thunderbolts writer ever. Best
Well,
Thunderbolts run ever.
his Daredevil run was fantastic. Well, the way you're feeling about Thunderbolts, but also his Swamp Thing, which I think he cut his teeth on to get in, was fantastic. After Scott Snyder left, I thought, okay, he left Swamp Thing, it's going to go downhill. It was even better.
I remember
I
that.
absolutely enjoyed it, so that was good.
You're like, take it, guess what?
Second, pick this up.
I didn't think Swamp Thing could get any better. When Scott Snyder's writing it, but I did. This Charles Souls guy, he's amazing.
You remember when I get a little crazy. What else do we have here? And then we got other people I don't know, so it's okay. So see, come to Toronto at the end of the month of August, and then we go to Fan Expo. Okay,
At the end of August?
at the end of
Oh,
August.
yeah. I mean, I've got plenty of time in my my schedule. So
August 22nd to August 25th. We'll discuss it. It's worth the
it's
8 hour
actually
drive.
funny because my mom's like trying to get me to go on all these cruises with her now. So it's like
Oh
apparently I'm going to be
no!
going on a bunch of cruises this year,
Oh no!
and who
It's
knows
a
how
trap.
long. So.
Tech, and it's a trap. He's trying to get you set up with one of those older ladies with lots of money.
Older
You are going to be a sugar daddy for these lovely ladies. So watch out. That's all I'm saying. Watch out, because something bad's going to happen. That's all. Oh, this is my son, Chris. You should see his. Apparently, he has a big sword. I heard it on a podcast. That's just watch out, Tekken. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Just be very careful.
Did you?
So what
Did you?
cruise
Did
what
you?
cruise are you gonna go on?
Um. Well, it's weird because my mom keeps like sending me all these like trips, and it's like I thought she booked them or was going to, but then she's like, oh well, I booked this one, but it actually overlaps with this one, so let me. And so I'm just like I'm confused now because I was like, well, are we going on this one or which one are we going on? Because we were going to go to Hawaii, and then there's like one that
What?
goes, and then there's one that goes like somewhere in like a bunch of places in the South America, Latin America area, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Oh, you're gonna get arrested.
And then I guess there's like some train that goes to Vancouver that she wants to go on that we're going on. So there's that too. So just a bunch of stuff.
Wow.
Because also my mom retires this year, so she's apparently going to celebrate by going on a cruise, like always, because that's what she does.
And so what is she planning on doing on her for retirement then?
I do not
Moving
know.
with maybe she wants to go to Canada.
Actually, she was asking me, and I was like, I don't know, because like, oh, I mean, usually when I think I want to go somewhere, it's like Japan or South Korea, but then it's like, I honestly just don't want to go anywhere. So it's like, like the more I think about it, I'm just like, I actually don't want to go anywhere because I'm kind of over it. So whatever. But
So if you go to Canada with your mom, right, and you get to BC and you take your cruise, when she goes, "Okay, taking time to come home," you go, I'm all right.
just stay there.
Because to be honest, she paid to get you up there, right? So you already saved money there. And you say, oh, and then all of a sudden she's Tekken, what's all these big packages around, all these big packages with your name on it? Oh, I decided to, bye, Mom. Nice seeing you. Enjoy your retirement. I'll be fine. Where's Alberta? Just over the mountains, Tekken. Just over the mountains. What? Oh, no.
just over the mountains.
Just over the mountains. See, you could live in Alberta, which is cowboy country. Everybody, it is Canada's version of Texas, or
Texas.
it's Canada's Texas. You laugh, but you'll find out. Or you could live in Saskatchewan, which is Canada's version of Kansas. So you wouldn't feel too out of place. That's on the other side of Alberta. And then on the other side of Alberta is British Columbia, which is, I would say, would be California, I guess. I would say California, because when the earthquake drops again, it's all going into the water. So is it true that if the California coastline drops into the water, that the wave will be so big it'll wipe out half the continent?
I doubt that's true.
Okay. Well, I don't know. You told me that a couple of years back.
Like the entire state or just like the coast? Because that seems like two different things.
Well, the entire state, because the fault line, right, will take a lot of the state into the water.
The entire continent? No.
Just half.
I don't know how much, but not the whole thing.
Thank God you'll be up in the mountains. You don't have to worry about it. I still haven't gotten over the mountains yet. Oh, oh man. Well, as long as Donald J. Trump is still in office, we don't have to ever worry about that, do we?
What?
The wave's gonna be huge, Tekken. Biggest wave there ever was. I did it all myself. Huge. It was huge, huge wave. All right, I'm done talking about your swords. So, what else you want to talk about?
Did you read any of Travel Souls' Daredevil?
Yes. It actually got me interested back into Daredevil again, because you can only do so much with the man. But then Charles Soule went back to the man behind the mask and got into talking about Matt Murdock and being a lawyer, because that's his background as well, right? So therefore, he could tell a lot better stories. These guys who wrote Daredevil emphasized more on the superhero, because that's what they knew. This guy knew about the lawyer stuff, so that's what. And then of course he also did She-Hulk, which again focused on the lawyer side of her, so that was good. I really want her to go back to being the She-Hulk of old. Not this, because now she's like in her mind she's talking normal, but then when she talks, she's like, Hulk, want to go drink? And she's back. She talks like the old Hulk does, right? So, not my bag. Not my bag, man. Get her back the way she was. We're all good. That's good. But she's hitting on Blade, the vampire hunter, so that's good. She's got some taste. She's still got taste. There you go. Anyways, but besides that, what else?
Mm.
So you're gonna go to E3 next year, and you're already packing your costumes, and and what? Okay, so what is the major thing you'd want to get if? Okay, you went to E3, right? So what
Mhm.
would be the major thing that you would want to hear to make E3 worth it? That is not a console announcement.
Ooh, that man. Okay, well, that's going into like wish fulfillment territory, but whatever. She said it. Um,
Don't blame me.
like new Mass Effect would be awesome, but it's not happening because it's not even like in the works probably right now. Um, or if it is, it's probably like so early in development, it's, like way
Mass
far off.
Effect is dead.
Whoa,
Let it die,
whoa,
Tekken.
never.
Tekken, it is dead.
So that's one thing.
Let
Another
it
thing
die.
would be like someone coming along and like reviving Telltale. That's
Andromeda was supposed to be the thing that brought them into the new consoles. It killed it. It stuck a sword into its chest, into the ground, and it's stuck on the ground with a big sword in its chest. Andromeda killed the Mass Effect franchise. You'll never see Mass Effect ever again. Ever again. It died. We prayed a little bit and we got on with our lives. That's what you gotta do too.
a little bit.
It is dead.
Um, but yeah, like just someone coming along to like revive Telltale or their games and be like, oh, okay, or The Wolf Among Us season 2 actually happening. That'd be great.
Telltale is dead. It soared through the chest into the ground. It can't move nowhere. It's gone.
Um,
Is that why you gotten into programming tech and you're gonna try to bring back Telltale?
no.
Okay.
Um,
Did I catch on to your secret plan?
let's see. Well, this wouldn't happen, but it could because I mean, now that the first one's out the door, the next part of the Final Fantasy VII remake, whatever that is, so that'd be cool. Um, that would be nice. Oh man, let's see. What else? What else? We got a new Borderlands. Oh, new Splinter Cell. That's like the one game that I'm waiting for that we haven't got in a long, long time. New Splinter Cell for sure.
Okay.
Looking forward to that for a long time. That'd be great. Uh, hmm. Oh, anything from CD Projekt Red? Because I mean, Cyberpunk is going to be out, but like maybe there's like an expansion or some DLC or something. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Any cool, weird VR stuff from Sony or PlayStation?
Yes. Okay. What would surprise you? I know your wishful list and all that. What would really surprise you?
Surprise? Surprise, surprise, surprise. I guess if they brought back like a long dead franchise or something, like SOCOM, or just Siphon Filter, or anything from like PS1 or PS2 era that we haven't seen since that they're like bringing back, something like that, like a revival. That would be surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh yeah, or like a new genre, or not new genre, but like this is something I've been like speculating or like thinking would be like a good um, what's that word? Not like a good it's just like a good idea, I guess, is like if they brought back Mag for like PlayStation, because like
That would be nice.
it was like
Yes.
kind of before its time. If you look at like the whole battle royale thing that's happening of like, I mean it's different, but it's also very similar because there's like a ton of people in like one match, even though it's like not just one versus one times 100. It's not just like 100 people trying to like win, or like 50 people trying to win if they're in duos or fours or whatever how many
Yeah.
teams, 25 people, 25 teams. It's just like the massive team versus team battle that could like actually have a thing, since like that's a whole thing now, or it's like
Yes.
like 50 versus 50 or something. That'd be kind of neat if they did that and brought it back, and that makes sense.
Meg was a failure. They hyped it at the time as being the next SOCOM, right?
I don't remember honestly.
I think so. Um, Um, all right, and you know what? You know what? Your game you haven't mentioned that should come back. That was much better than Mag. All right, Skyhawk.
Wasn't that? Was that? Was that a first party game? Oh, it was because it's Warhawk. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Starhawk would be
Warhawk.
Starhawk would be a good idea because it's like sci-fi and future.
Starhawk. Warhawk.
Wait, you're gonna be? Are you talking about Starhawk now or Warhawk?
What's the one? No, isn't it Warhawk the one that with the flying and all that and get the flags and all that?
Yes. Starhawk is like similar, but it's in space in the future and sci-fi and like weird, not quite zombie, but like weird.
No, forget that shit. No, Warhawk. You're flying
Mongoloids.
and you got the tanks and you got this and that's what you want. And everybody's happy. I'm happy. You're happy. That's what we should be doing. There you go. Learn from that. Anyways, that's what that and Dead Space. Bring that back.
EA doesn't bring things back. They're evil.
Yes,
They
they
just they
do.
just kill things and let them die.
Like Andromeda.
They didn't bring that back. What are you talking about?
I thought EA had Mass Effect.
They do. That
Yeah,
wasn't
and
like bringing it back though. That was
well,
just
they brought
something
it
that was.
back from into the new generation.
It's
Then they
recent, so
let
it
it
can't.
die. It died.
It can't.
Stick a sword in it through the
Can't
ground.
can't be brought back if it's a recent thing though. Like that's a recent thing.
Don't tell me what to do. Do what I want. It's my wish list. All right, now I'm done. I'm done. You leave. You've said your piece. There you
I
go.
mean, maybe like some universal crossplay or universal cross save stuff like that. That would be surprising, since they haven't been exactly playing nicely with the other platforms this generation. Oh, speaking of that, what do you think of the whole Google Stadia stream anywhere on anything? How do you think that's gonna go?
Stream anywhere on anything.
And like
Explain this to me.
pay for games even though you don't actually own them since you're streaming them. That's like the weird thing to me.
All right, so if I'm playing or am I watching?
You're playing,
Okay, because there's a big difference
but you
there.
could be watching.
All right, so if I'm playing, say, my Fire Pro Wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
all right,
Mm-hmm.
and I have my world champion Tekken out there wrestling, and people will stream and watch it, and we get charged for it.
No, they're not. They're
I get charged for playing a game.
they're not
So I
charged to watch your stream.
so I go on to say the PlayStation Network, and I pay like $5 just to play a game. I don't own it.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be more like, hey, I heard this game is good. Let's try it and see if I like it. And and after that, PlayStation's been doing that for a while though, haven't they? And their special.
I mean, PlayStation Now is a thing, but it's not like the same thing. Like you're only paying like a monthly fee for all that stuff, whereas like Stadia's like has different tiers, so it's like one tier. I mean, it's got or different. It's weird. It's weird because there's like a whole there's like a monthly fee that you could pay, or you could just get it and then like play what's in the thing. But then you could also like buy the games from the Stadia thing, but then you don't actually own the game. You just stream it, so you don't even like get to download it. So you don't actually have like a local copy. So that's like the
Hmm.
weird thing with that. But then like it
No.
also has like some kind of neat features. Like if you're watching somebody stream and you want to like you're like, oh, I want to play with this person, you can just like jump into their game or something. But then like we haven't
Hmm.
like seen it in action, so it's like who knows if it actually works like that. So that's kind of neat if you're into like, oh, I would like to play with the people I watch stream, and that'd be cool. That's a neat
Well,
idea.
like you and your Twitch, and everybody just comes on there and cheers you on,
Yeah,
and
but
you go,
like,
what?
but in this like they
But
could actually like jump into your game, or like there's like
yes.
some like weird thing where it's like they could get the weapon that you're using, or like the level that you're in, or something weird. It's a whole thing. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I'm skeptical. I mean, in the future, maybe, but like the way the infrastructure now is, on it working 100% all the time for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like as global as the other ones. It's like only certain territories are going to have it at the beginning. So the ones with actually good internet.
Yeah.
Because you can't really use that console without the internet.
and
So
and you're allowed to you as the player allow the people to come in, right? You can't be like Johnny Jackass comes in there and he ruins your game for you because you know there's gonna be kids out there who says, "Oh, he's gonna come and just screw up your game for you," and all that, right? So
pro-
you have approval to have people come in and play with you. You can't just have, say yes to anybody.
probably
Like anybody who jumps on,
there's
could
probably
screw you
setting
around.
for it.
Okay.
I imagine anyway.
Well, I like your ideas. You should program that. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Well, perfect, Tekken. Well, I have to let you go.
Okie dokie.
I have to now do my chores as a good husband, and get ready for work because I have to work every day of my life, unlike other people. But we'll talk soon. So sign us out.
All right. So yeah. Thanks everybody out there in the internet for listening. And until you see or hear from us again, this is Comic Book Talk Podcast, and we're now signing off. Celestial juices.